Under fire today over allegations the White House coordinated with Fox News on a fake story about the death of a DNC staffer.
And the president announcing a controversial new immigration plan today. Let's go to our D.C. Bureau Chief Ross Palumbo, the one and only local reporter working at the White House, joining us live now with his report. Ross.
Well, Janine, Calvin, this immigration policy is controversial. Just minutes ago at the White House press briefing, the administration citing the example of the Mariel boat lift when 125,000 Cubans came to Florida. Their example, they say, is that so many unskilled workers coming who did not speak English actually lowered the wage for everyone across Florida. Now the president wants more skilled workers who do speak English to come into the country.
Thank you very much.
The president today announcing a new immigration plan. Merit-based, he says, to let those in first that meet his criteria.
This competitive application process will favor applicants who can speak English, financially support themselves and their families, and demonstrate skills that will contribute to our economy.
You're trying to engineer the racial and ethnic flow of people into this country.
Jim, that is one of the most outrageous, insulting, ignorant, and foolish things you've ever said, and for you that's still a really... The notion that you think that this is a racist bill.
The idea is to eliminate competition with workers who are already here and prevent them from straining the welfare system.
They're not going to come in and just immediately go and collect welfare. That doesn't happen under the RAISE Act.
The measure would cut immigration down by half. Ileana Ros-Lehtinen already opposing it, tweeting, "I oppose RAISE Act because it will destroy opportunities for immigrants who follow the rules and positively contribute to our American way of life." Meanwhile, without the pomp and circumstance he used in previous signings, the president today signing the Russia sanctions without cameras present after a 4-day delay. Afterwards, issuing a statement saying the bill remains seriously flawed and will drive China, Russia, and North Korea much closer together.
This morning, the president signed the Countering America's Adversaries Through Sanctions Act. The president favors tough measures to punish and deter the bad behavior of the rogue regimes in Iran and North Korea. And he also sent a clear signal that we won't tolerate interference in our democratic process by Russia.
All of this as controversy continues today surrounding allegations that the White House coordinated with Fox News on a fake news story regarding the death of DNC staffer Seth Rich.
We're following 4 huge breaking news.
Fox News reported he was murdered because he leaked tens of thousands of emails to WikiLeaks. But contributor Rod Wheeler says Fox fabricated his quotes, and in his lawsuit against Fox claims they discussed the story with the White House and Sean Spicer, and that a Trump supporter even texted him saying the president read it and wanted it out immediately, all before the story aired.
This blows the whole Russia collusion narrative completely out of the water.
Fox later retracted the story.
The president had no knowledge of the story, and it's completely untrue that he or the White House involvement in the story.
Well, the White House also responding to some smaller controversies today. This after the president said that he spoke with the Mexican president about immigration by phone. The president also said that he spoke with the leader of a Boy Scout troop after a visit there didn't go well. Both of those turned out not to be true. Someone in the briefing calling those lies. The White House press secretary today saying it was just the president misspeaking. For now, it's the very latest from the White House. I'm Ross Palumbo. Calvin and Jenny, back to you.